everybody, Rebecca here at the Chilton Public Library, joined by Glenny, and we are bringing back Cook the Book. It is the best season to grab a cookbook right now, from all of your savory dishes for maybe a holiday meal, all the way to your sweet treats for Santa or for gifts. These are the cookbooks that you might want to be looking at this season before Christmas comes. And Christmas is only a week away, so you don't have a lot of time. So Glenny, you have a book there. What was appealing to you in that book?
Yes, I chose Christmas by Taste of Home, published by Taste of Home. What I liked about it is I was sort of looking for an all-purpose, well, I wasn't really looking, I just found it and flipped through and saw that it covered candies, things to give for gifts, meals. There's an Italian New Year's Eve meal with a seafood lasagna in it that looks really good because it's an Italian tradition to do seafood the night before Christmas. And it had all kinds of appetizers, as well as it had Crunch Munch with for all of your buffalo wings kind of family lovers. They had a Crunch Munch buffalo Crunch Munch in there that was fun to make and pretty tasty. And then I loved it just because it covered kind of everything. Soup to nuts, to fish lasagna, to stuffing, to full meals, to snacks, to sweets, everything. So I know why you like yours.
So the book that I chose was Reindeer Food. My book has no savory dishes in it. It is all treats. This book I really liked. It was laid out cakes, cookies, treats, and then there was a section for like all other items. And these were like things that you could do for gifts or maybe some beverages, which are always great this holiday season. My book had full colored photos, and this is actually one of the things that I am making. I am doing the classic hot chocolate. So mine's actually on the stove right now cooking. So I'm going to throw it back to you, Glenny, just to kind of talk about what dish that you chose to make out of this one.
The other thing I liked about Taste of Home is they had some that were trickier than others and some that were super simple. So this sort of hors d'oeuvre or anytime kind of snacky, Christmassy snacky thing is you basically get a pizza crust. You can either make your own, or you can, in the recipe, you go to the cooler section and you get all the doughs and biscuits and puff pastry star, and you get a pizza crust, unroll it in your buttered pan, put your cranberry sauce on top. You can buy a can or you can make your own, and then you dot it with half-inch squares of brie or camembert, and then you top that with pecans, bake. I think you bake the crust first and then you put your things on. I skipped that part. I just McGillet it all together and baked it. I think it'll still taste good. So it's very simple. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients. Super simple to put together and with maximal effect, I think. And then I also liked in here they have a creamy Parmesan spinach bake. So they had sides, they have appetizers, they have cookies or gifts. They had this wild rice stuffed squash. I'm a squash lover, so that's something I'm probably going to make this Christmas. They had, cookies in a jar. You want to give cookies or brownies. They had lots of in a jar kinds of gifts that are fun to make. Here's the Crunch Munch. They also had things like gingerbread spiced syrup. So you can make your own gingerbread syrup if you wanted to do that for waffles or something. Here's a cranberry-filled orange pound cake. That's going to have to happen at our house. So that one I'm putting my marker back in for. So they had really good directions. Here's coconut rum balls. Anybody like rum balls? Well, now you can mix it up with adding coconut and also that, is it rum chata or some kind of coconut rum?
Oh.
How can you go wrong with that, I ask you? I think there's also this sausage and Swiss lasagna, another lasagna. It's sort of a savory, yummy, Christmassy, wintry, yummy kind of thing. And just all kinds of lovely things to gingerbread make. You name it. It had a little bit of everything in here. I only made two things, the Crunch Munch and this wonderful little cranberry pecan camembert pizza, which we will try shortly.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Yes,
I cannot wait
And
to...
how can you go wrong with hot cocoa on a winter day? We've already had snow here, as you know, and so what's better on a snowy day than a cup of hot cocoa?
Yes. So now I am doing the traditional hot chocolate dish.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this out last year, actually. There is a difference between... I know, a dish.
Main course.
It's fancy. It is the main course for me. Maybe. Is that there is a difference between hot chocolate and hot cocoa.
Yes.
Hot cocoa is made from a powder
Mm-hmm.
on there, and you can make those using like cocoa powder and dried milk, or you can add that to heavy cream in a pot and cook it up. But a hot chocolate is actually using chocolate chunks.
This is the deluxe.
So that's what I'm making here right now, and I'm going to ladle this out so you can kind of see, because I don't want to tip it and have it spill all over the place.
So do you have your chocolate in there already?
It is already in there, so
It's
that we
melting.
can, yes.
And let's talk a little bit about the chocolate.
Right, so I recommend when you are going to make a hot chocolate, you're going to want, first of all, to use a chocolate that you like,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to use a chocolate that has a high cocoa butter in its ingredients. You want that to be number 1 or 2. Most likely it's going to be 2. Sugar is going to be your number 1. Not just because of melting, but because it is the more pure of chocolate on there. I love how I'm like, I'm a chocolate connoisseur. So I used, and I picked all these ingredients up at Walmart in town here. I used the Lindt classic recipe on there. This is a Swiss chocolate. It has the cocoa butter content at number. It's the second ingredient on the list, next to sugar. And now you can use milk. The recipe called for milk.
It looks really good.
But also suggested that if you wanted a creamier version, to use a heavy cream. So I did grab the heavy cream because I felt like if we were going to be here at work cooking, we should indulge ourselves this holiday season. It smells
like the cocoa counterpoint to say eggnog.
I'm hoping that's the case.
Do you like eggnog?
I'm not a great big fan of eggnog, though we used to do a program at Thanksgiving where we did side dishes, and I want to say somebody brought a eggnog from scratch, and that was amazing.
Yes, they did.
So this is a really easy recipe. Pretty much heat 2 cups of milk or cream, take 7 ounces, which for me turned out to be 2 of the chocolate bars, chop that up, throw it in a pot on medium heat till the chocolate melted. And now that is it. It is now ready to go. And I have grandkids, and I entertain family and friends, both for Christmas and New Year's. So I always want to be able to have something that I could just put out. And so in addition to the hot chocolate, I made a hot chocolate charcuterie board to match with that. And this can be all the different stuff that you want to either put it in it. So I have both some crushed peppermint, I have coconut, I have mini peanut butter cups if you like that chocolate and peanut butter. I have milk chocolate chips, I have peanut butter chips, butterscotch, I have the soft peppermint sticks, which are really nice to stir. You stir, and then I have some caramel. Of course, you can't have hot chocolate, I think, without marshmallows. And now, if you made your own whipped cream, which I did not, you could have it in a dish as well. So I'm just going to throw some in here.
Nice.
And you could throw a spoon in there, and you could set this on the table with your, if you put in a nice dish for your hot cocoa with a ladle, and you could just ladle in your hot cocoa. So I'm gonna just grab a little bit of this, so that way you can see. I'm gonna try to make sure that you can see it on the camera as this pours out. This is a really like milk chocolatey looking cocoa. It's not really light. in color.
This is real hot cocoa.
I'm going to hand Glenny one here.
Oh. I might have to just sip it just to see if it's...
To see if it's, the temperature before you go and you throw your...
Oh my gosh. That's like a magical elixir.
Right. And as I said, it was really, really easy. Even if you just did the heavy cream and the chocolate bar. I want to say like the 2 chocolate bars were probably $5 combined in price. And then like I got a larger heavy cream, but you could certainly do a small one if you were making a small dish. And that probably alone is going to be, I want to say it was like $2.50. And there's probably enough in there to do 4 to 6 cups of hot chocolate, even if you just did just the hot chocolate. So really for like $7 to $9, you could have this really like rich dish that you could serve after a night of sledding at Morrissey Park, or maybe after that great, during a big snowstorm and you just want to hunker down and read a book. What better way than is to just sit down with a cup of rich hot chocolate. I'm going to probably I'm going to step just to the side a little bit.
Would you please pass me one of those mint stirrers?
Oh, I certainly can. There you go.
I've never had that before.
Oh, they're the best. I'm just going to
thing.
actually throw in some extra chocolate chips. Just for me. And I will grab a peppermint stick to, my cup's really big, so my peppermint stick like fell all the way in there. And these peppermint sticks are actually really great if you want to melt chocolate and dip them in. These are soft sticks so that you can just chew them. And those are kind of the books that we did for Cook the Book. As I said, my book is full of just treats. It's going to be out on the shelves, available to check out starting today. So you should be able to pick it up. Glenny's book is full of, sounds like is a really well-rounded book. So if you're looking for something that will take you through both maybe your Christmas or New Year's meal, all the way through your snacks and appetizers, sounds like the book that Glenny had is a great book to have. So I'm so glad you guys could all join us for Cook the Book. If you have any requests for January's Cook the Book, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below. We love to get requests and find out what everybody is looking for in their cookbooks for 2022. It's going to be a year of resolutions, so hopefully we will have some great ideas coming for us for Cook the Book in January. We hope you all have a wonderful holiday, both Christmas and New Year. And we will, if we don't see you in between now and the new year, we will see you in 2022. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye now.